So we've got this wonderful tape from this icon that I'm talking about, and it is a RedBar's watching tape. It is a live interruption. These are so exciting. If I was a listener and I was watching, this would be the exciting part. But I have to tell a quick story about Brad Williams, don't I? Doesn't it make sense?
Is this a well-known story that everyone already knows?
Well, it was a huge story on RedBar when I was a kid.
No, I know.
And, there were 50 people listening. Now there's, the numbers came in. Cameron told me, you're not going to believe how many people are listening to this show right now, Jules. Should I tell them? 60 million people have been, I'm not kidding. We have 60 million Scars Club members. This is why, I'm not kidding. I don't know what happened. Our clips got big, something 60 million, $11 a month. It's, we were blessed. And it's too much money. Right now, I'll tell you, I have made more money than Larry David so far. So I can't believe it. This is tax-free dough, baby.
I think that you should just do a quick recap of the story without
getting... Of course.
But
I'll do it really quick.
The only reason is because he in a clip.
Of course. Brad Williams, midget comic. You've probably seen him. He was on Getting Dug with High, the show where they smoke weed. He told a story. I noticed it right away because I was watching that day live or on the first play of it. And they were telling stories, and this little midget goes, yeah, when I was on tour with Carlos Mencia, he would always have chicks that he brought back to the tour bus to bang. And, all these chicks would just bang Carlos, and they'd be lining up to want to fuck him. It was nuts. So one day, Carlos was, sick of banging these skanks, right? So, he says, dude, I got the best idea. I'll turn the lights off. I'll tell the girl I'll be right back. We switch places, and then you start fucking her. It'll be hilarious. Oh, that's great, Carlos. Let's do that plan, because then I could get laid as well as a midget. So I go so Carlos is in there. The lights go off. It's going to plan. He creeps out. We switch places. I start fucking her. They turn on the lights. She screams. All of a sudden, a midget is fucking her. She's going crazy. It's she throws me against a light. It smashes. My teeth and fangs come out. I bite her neck. There's blood everywhere. Ha ha. Well, he didn't say any of that shit, but he did say the switcheroo. So we showed this on RedBar as soon as we could. He basically admitted to a rape, a switcheroo. This girl thought she was fucking Carlos. Carlos sneaks out. Brad comes in, starts fucking her. Listen, Brad has been on a campaign pretending that this story was made up, that he was joking, using the common, this is really, he starts going, do you really think a girl wouldn't know the difference between Carlos and a midget? Well, yes, I don't think she would. This is a Carlos Mencia fucker. This is somebody who fucks him on a bus. Carlos Mencia is one of the ugliest people I've ever seen. So anyone that would fuck him on a bus within, unless it was year 2 of his career, is crazy. And that would be a person crazy enough to not know that you were standing on a stool and your dick was not his dick. You're a midget, so you've got a small dick. And Carlos is a Mexican, so he has a small dick. The dicks add up. So... yeah, I believe you did this. And then I believe I played the clip. And then I believe that you asked Doug to take down the episode of Getting Dug with High. He did. You thought it was gone. And every year I reminded people about what you've done. And you're claiming it was just a joke. A lie on Getting Dug with High. I have never believed you. I think you did that. Carlos Mencia and a midget on tour. Okay, so, I've seen Jelly Roll at the ICP Juggalo Fest. Are you telling me that couldn't happen there? What do you think a midget in a Mexican joke thief tour is like to me? Well, it's like the ICP Juggalo Fest. It's craziness, and I watched Jelly Roll watch a girl get fucked up the ass against a chain link fence while they go, yeah, get it, girl, with his teeth. And I know that you wacko circus people behave like this. And you told the story. You're not good enough to tell such a funny story. You're not that good. I've watched you. I could tell a story about raping, and it would clearly be an amazing part of RedBar and a clip people cherish. Your story was a straight up admission to what you didn't know was a rape at the time. You didn't know it was a rape because you were so stupid. And then you didn't even realize that half the rapes out there were rapes until Me Too came around and let you know, oh, yeah, Switcheroo is a rape too. And when you told the story, you didn't think that was a rape. You thought that was a funny gag that you can do because it was. But now you're fucking done. And you're busted. And listen, he claims it was a joke, so that's the latest news. I want to let everybody know I have no proof that he did that. I believe he did it. And I believe the reason he's been so, and you'll see him coming up, it's back. And this happened 11 years ago. This is so epic. This is iconic. It's starting to become iconic, and it's a shame that only 60 million people see this because this should be something that is on HBO and watched. So here it is. This is Daniel's tape.
Oh, I get so
And you know
nervous.
Brad Williams. Wait, should we show Brad Williams? We have a lot of Zoomers and Generation Beta watching. Hey, shout outs. By the way, put the speaker up to the mother's stomach. Hey, Generation Beta. It's the first day of Generation Beta. I'm here to welcome you into the world. Those fucking real betas, though, isn't it a shame that you're going to take all the heat for their faggotry? We got to do something about this. All right, put that to your wife's stomach, and then...
Some little beta might actually hear that.
Some
That's
little beta
touching.
might hear that and change his life.
You just became a father.
I think that that's as good as
enough.
having a kid. And you should see what I've done to the kids that have come out so far. You should see the mash I make. If you think Ethan Klein is good at making mashed potatoes on the holidays, you have no idea what I'm capable of. Okay. Big movie
Yes,
coming up
Brad
about Brad
Williams.
Williams, but I needed a picture of him.
Yes,
That's
of
how we
course.
got lost in this. I need a picture of Brad Williams to show you. You've all seen him. You've seen him on TV your whole life.
Here, pick your favorite.
Unless maybe you haven't. Now, I got candles and champagne. I got creepy crawlers. What is this? Yuck. And I need a clear off. I've got so many little things like this. It's too many of this size stuff everywhere. And it's all blending together in a madness. You know? It's really not... I wouldn't recommend putting this much crap. This is maximalism. What you're watching now is modern maximalism. It's really not being done by anybody right now but us. So you're witnessing a period, a historic period of modern maximalism that also is here to harass people. But now, the tape, and can I present this tape in a crazy way? Or should I do it?
Yes.
I can.
Yes.
Can you? I want to present this tape in a crazy way. So cut to me and get the best song you could think of for this.
Oh my goodness.
And everybody, guys, wake up! Before I play this tape, I'm going to intro it in a kick-ass way that's going to rule. If you like kick flips, you like Chris Cole, and you like heel flips and ollies, you're going to love this next stunt coming up, but we'll need all of your attention.
Do you
while
want
Jules...
party music or jazz?
I think, oh God. And you can only do one take of this.
I know.
You could only
It's really
do one
hard to
take of this.
choose.
I feel like it's 2020, someone said. Thank you. That was a good New Year's. That was Y2K. So, all right, are we ready?
Is this what you want?
I don't know. And maybe I should have the screen showing the logo for this. It's because I want to get some shots of this.
Okay.
How's my desk? Okay, and you remember what to do. Maybe we should do some smoke to kick this off. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our little stunts coming up. Whoa! What's this? What's this? Smoke, 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 smoke. Light, light, light. Spinners, 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 spinners. Oh, oh, oh. What is this? Cut around. What is this? Oh, oh. What's this string hanging from the sea thing? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wonderful New Year's. Hit it! Wow! Come on!
There's still so many on
They're still
there.
coming. Wow! There's still a lot stuck up there. Oh, they're coming. Roll credits now. Roll credits while I go like this. Roll credits. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Good night. It's not over, though. But it's not over. So we're just pretending to get this funny shot with this music. Just inspired that. Here we go. Yeah, I thought it was great. Thanks so much for coming out. That was really nice. Thank you. Okay. All right. All right. I love that song. That was such a perfect
I
song
was
for that. It's so
saving that
classy.
one, honestly.
It was so 90s.
That was
All
my
right.
that's my most cringe
I want to get a picture of
jazz
this.
band.
Keep those lights on for this picture. Let me get a couple more. Oh, the music's over. Well, I'll put my camera on. Oh. That's going to look great. Thank you. Thank you all. So I wonder if a lot of people... Uh-oh, it's rewinding. Listen to this. That was the last frame. If only we had more film, we would have wasted the film on all this confetti. Come on, you gotta use the camera thing. Stop. Here, cut over here. Cut over to Big... Look. Look at him. Look at that loser. Oh, look at the beam. Wait, look at the beam, Jules. Cut to the wide. Look at these cool beams. Look at that. Look at that beam. Wow. It's beautiful. Brad Williams, where are you, you little bugger? Where are you? We got the whole police coming after you here. Hold on, keep doing that. I want to create this scene where we're looking for Brad Williams. Hold on, I just got to go to cop car, intensity high. Oh, no, come on, we're so close. Cop car, intensity high. Where is he? Brad, come out! Come out with your hands up, Brad! We've got you cornered! Where is he? We saw you, Brad! Wait, color R, it's gonna be R plus B. How's that? Where is he? Where is that little midget fuck? Where is he? Where the fuck is he? You midget, come on out! Hold on. Where are you? This works, right, guys? Can you hold it like this? Ah! 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 Oh! Oh! Okay. Ow! 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 That one was hurt. That was nuts, man. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you. Almost done. Look at this. I've never seen a man do that. Look at this. Ah! It's insane. Look at this one.
Okay.
Like
half of them are still up there. They like got static.
I know. What the
stuck
heck?
to
I
the
gotta get that
bag.
down. We have to get these down. Can you cut to that?
I don't know how. No, I can't control it.
I haven't really seen a man rip apart balloons before like that. I really haven't. I've seen people pop a balloon. Have you ever seen anyone? They usually fear for their fingertips.
By the way,
something.
it's not actually the end. A lot of people are thinking that
This is not the end. Wait. This is not the end of the show.
This is just
Cut the
middle.
lights because they won't believe it. Cut the lights. This is literally the middle. We were doing a fun middle. You don't think we have a better ending planned than that? You thought it was going to be me popping balloons. Wow. That's completely insane. You thought the ending of RedBar was me popping a balloon. That's crazy, bro. Okay. Well, I guess if that's all you need. Okay, we got to show you this. We got to show you this tape. It features Brad Williams. Do we have the picture of him, please?
I texted you some so you can pick your fave.
Okay. Once you see him, you'll go, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That guy, of course. Here he is. You can't miss this face, right? Everybody has seen this little guy. And there is a woman out there who I'm offering a $5,000. Well, no, you shouldn't say that. I'm asking for an interview from this woman. If you're out there, you know, I've seen crazier stuff trend and people, you know, connections made over crazier things. How about this? And we've never asked of this Brad Williams, who has been denying this Switcheroo story. By the way, if you clip this part of RedBar 3 days from now or later, I don't know if you want to include the whole balloon thing, but it would be artsy of you if you did. You know, it would show that you are a clipper that has a little more than the average clipper, you know. I'll see who cuts around that, the balloon drop, and then I'll see who leaves that in. And imagine poor Brad Williams. All this buildup, an hour of buildup about Brad Williams in this tape that we're going to show, and he has to watch this clip, and then he has to watch this huge balloon drop of mine that seemingly never ends for a 9 or 10 minute jazz song, right? So, yeah, which clipper will leave that in, which will cut it out? It will define you for the rest of your life. So, it's up to you. Here is Brad Williams. I am putting this out there, and this is why I dressed the clippers, because this should be out there, because this could, you know, be a good thing. Brad Williams says the story about the switcheroo was fake, right? He made it up. Well, is there a woman who remembers being at the Carlos Mencia tour bus and being switched with Carlos? Hold on, we're going to take that again, clippers. So you can cut from there, and we're going to restart. This is my new thing, by the way. I'm going to tell the clippers exactly how I want the show to go. They're going to be my new editors. Watch this. All right, clippers, cut all that last stuff out. We're going to start again, okay? Because I need the soundboard. So we're just waiting on that, and then we're going to re-roll. Okay. Brad Williams says this, and action. Brad Williams said this story. You know what? Cut. Write down that I need a slate. I'm going to start using a slate during the show. Okay? I am going to, yes, the new version of the show is me slating and editing via the clippers throughout the entire show. And that is going to be 2025. It won't get annoying. It will be an inside look at how the TV works. So, we're still cut, so the clippers know that, and action. Brad Williams has been saying that this story was fake, saying he just made it up. Well, is the woman out there is the woman out there that got, she thought she was fucking Carlos and then Brad the Midget? This guy jumped on you. Look at him. Did that happen to you? Probably. So can someone come forward and tell us if this is a joke story or if you went through that? And of course, you have to put
She's going to come out and be like, he did it.
And on God.
He was kidding.
Yeah, well, you have to have some proof, lady. And you got to put your hand on the book of God and you have to say, God, oh God, I pray that what I'm saying is right. Ew. Okay. I'm going to show people the tape. Are the balloon? No, now the balloons are just going to trickle and
That's actually kind of nice.
It's nice, but that's crazy. That's a lot of latex, too, and those are the prime. We always get the prime latex. It's the higher grade, longer lasting. If you buy the shorter lasting, you're in for an hour with a balloon. So it's not. We're not trying to be fancy. It's just.
Yeah, look it over there. How that one's like dipping.
There's one that's dipping already. That was filled up right 10 minutes before the show started with the most expensive balloon you could buy. So I don't understand. If a balloon can't last more than 2 hours, balloons need to be over and we need to just project a circle. Because this is such a scam if balloons can't even hang out. When I was a kid, you had a balloon for a good week until it flew away. And then you watched it go miles away. I'm telling you, we filled up all these helium balloons. We came back the next 7 hours later. They were gone. The ribbons were gone. The balloons were gone. There was no trace of them. And I still think there's somebody in here. Okay, can we watch the tape, please? This was sent in by...
The guy who made this is probably going fucking crazy. Daniel, my poor sweet.
Crazy, and we will reward him banquetly.
He's the best.
This is the heckler, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
The fucking heckler. Should I turn off my key light for this?
No, it's okay.
Oh, you don't want me to spend any more time with this system.
No, I want
I can do this really quick. It will be nice for his presentation. Now I just gotta find.
No, come on, it's totally fine.
Wait, it's right here. Look,
add that much.
Oh, it adds.
Okay, fine.
Are we ready? So I turned up the key light. Now the question is, can I keep this system engaged without? That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. Are we ready for the big tape? Yes. Here it is. Brad Williams. RedBar's watching. By Daniel the Heckler. Scar. Oh my God, look at this. Unauthorized start. What is he getting at here? See the switcheroo. This is all the part I'm going to skip, though, by the way, because it's a bunch of footage of Bam Margera that goes on for 6 or 7 minutes. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Because he did a switcheroo in Jackass 2.
Oh. Okay, well, that's some
He's
inside
just really
stuff
showing
there.
You how bad a switcheroo is to, like, really knock that in your skull before.
Good. I'm glad you told me that.
Witnessing.
When I was watching this for the first time, I go, what are these clips of Bam Margera? What do they have to do with anything?
Not a Jackass 2 fan, I see.
No, I was not allowed
one of the
to.
best
No, I was
ones.
not allowed. And some of us are from a Christian family that wasn't allowed to watch that crap.
My friend
So
used
I'm
to call
skipping
it Jack
ahead.
Butt.
So
when
he
I was,
shows
like,
Jackass
5.
too. I guess everybody knows about that. So why would I have to show it? and then it ends, and then there's 8 more minutes of titles. And then 10 songs uninterrupted that are just the full song with a black screen.
No, that's not.
Then it says Astor Theatre, Perth, Australia, and this is where I choose to start. And I'm sorry. Hey, if
I
let people edit my stuff too, but well, I call the edits. But it was very impactful, and I think we got the idea. And you got to leave it's called kill your darlings. Sometimes you got to leave it on the cutting room floor for the sanity of the audience.
As you can tell by the prelude to this segment, we can't waste any time.
We don't have time to waste. Astor Theatre. Oh, Perth, Australia. 6:30 p.m. That's very late for him, by the way. So he's up on stage performing. You can hear the audience is dying.
Disabled people do not need your protection from jokes.
There's Brad.
We all have messed up senses of humor. And even within the disabled community, there's one particular disability that has the most fucked up sense of humor.
You should do the one about the switcheroo.
He exclaims.
You should do the joke about the switcheroo.
A joke about
The switcheroo with you and Mencia in the tour bus.
Oh. I know what he's referring to. So he's trying to get me in a moment, right? Because I was on a podcast. This is in 2010, okay? I was on a podcast, and I used to tour with a comedian named Carlos Mencia.
This is a huge theater.
And some guy said, "Hey, you on the road with Mencia?
Look what's happening.
Tell me a crazy road story." This was on a podcast called Getting Dug with High, where you have to get really fucking high before you go on the podcast. As you might imagine, I don't respond well with drugs. Right?
They erupt.
Yeah, dwarves are short.
They support this.
Getting high is not what we should be doing. Okay. So
They support
I'm high
this.
as fuck. He says, "Tell me a crazy story," and I'm like, "Fuck, there is no crazy story." So I'm trying to make one up in my head, and the story I end up making up is a story about how I said, like, "Oh, we were on the tour bus, and then this girl wanted to sleep with Mencia, but he's married, so he sent me back there, and then she didn't know it was me, and it was all fun." And I said that, and then
He's
the guy
saying
on the
this.
podcast next to me, and it's gonna get really dark for a second, but trust me, I'll pull it
Listen
out.
to this.
The guy on the podcast next to me, on a podcast, goes, "Oh, so you raped her?"
Oh, the
Yes.
crowd.
So.
Oop.
Wait.
The crowd. I mean, look what he's saying to the crowd. That was a good place. So he's up on stage, and there's a captive audience, and he's like, "Okay, so I told the story about raping somebody. Okay, but it's not what you think. Don't worry." And this is in the middle of the family-friendly midget show. Okay, this takes place during the family-friendly midget show, where none of these people, they're like, "Oh, I guess we'll just start laughing because we're crazy. We're crazy weirdo."
They gasped, right? Go back like 10 seconds.
Of course. I'm going to go back to this. The reason I paused is because his camera zoomed out and I was zoomed in. You guys got to keep this one, either
Don't
4
listen
by
to me,
3
you
or
did
16
amazing.
by 19 would be preferred. And keep it one. Don't
is just-
change the whole dimensions of it. I mean, look what you're putting us through.
You're putting us through an amazing tape.
Amazing experience, and I don't mind. I'll zoom, I'll control. I wish I had joysticks and wheels to spin to do this. I would do it all night
It's
for
good
you.
for
I would
you
do
to
it
do
into
that.
the night. This is how I get my exercise. It's my
It's like archery.
my rehab. It's like archery.
It's not technically working out like lifting weights, but it is a physical activity.
Are you wearing vinyl gloves right now?
I am wearing one vinyl glove.
Why? I don't want to know.
I forgot to say.
I don't want to
Do
know.
you really want to know the reason?
No, I don't want to know. We got to go back to the
Well,
tape.
yeah, it's better than not. Okay, you'll never know then.
Well, I just hope they're not my pair of vinyl gloves for a very famous operation coming up. There will be vinyl gloves included in the next segment. That is a hint. Okay, so Brad is telling this whole story that I told you. He didn't have to.
He
He could have just said, "That's some 2-bit heckler." but he's like, I got to take this opportunity.
To me, that means he probably did do it, because
Yes.
if it was just an annoying thing that was following you, you'd be like, shut up, heckler. But he felt like he had to re-explain to make sure everybody knew that it was just a joke.
Yeah, really weird. Let's go back to where we picked up. Here he is. And the crowd kind of goes, wow. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that as a rape because I'm stupid, too. Any minute here. The tape has decided to stop working. You see that? I've never had a tape fail like this.
Maybe he deleted it because you're shitting
It's not
on
deleted.
his
I'm just opening up a
style.
QuickTime file here. You're telling me that Apple's latest and greatest QuickTime on their newest machine is not strong enough to play the heckler tape? Okay. Never had to do this before. I assume it's going to be in downloads. Here it is. It's a reopen, folks. Brought to you by QuickTime. Now I'm understanding these Android users. Okay, so now you got to skip through. See?
That's, I think, where you were.
Right
That
here.
looked like a similar frame.
Yeah. Brad Williams, everybody, making it very uncomfortable.
So, I'm high as fuck. He says, tell me a crazy story. And I'm like, fuck, there is no crazy story. So I'm trying to make one up in my head. And the story I end up making up is a story about how I said, like, oh, we were on the tour bus, and then this girl wanted to sleep with Mencia, but he's married, so he sent me back there, and then she didn't know it was me.
TMI!
It was all fun. And I said that, and then the guy on the podcast next to me, and it's gonna get really dark for a second, but trust me, I'll pull us out of this. The guy on the podcast next to me, on a podcast, goes, oh, so you raped her? Yes. So,
That part.
So you raped
that's
her?
The part.
Yes.
So you raped her? Yes. Okay, I did rape her, but I thought it was a funny prank. I'm so sorry. That's what you should be doing, but instead you're pretending that you thought that was a funny story. Why would raping somebody be a funny story as a family-friendly midget comedian? Okay? It's cannon time, baby. And I mean baby as in a tiny baby. It's time to put you in a cannon. And that's what you could be. You could come here, cut to the wide shot. Imagine a cannon. You shoot out of it every night. Going, I raped her, see? Or whatever you just said. And every night you could shoot out of the cannon and hit the wall and splat it. Hit the bricks, as I say. How about that for an occupation? And
Thank
it
God
pays
he
nothing.
opened this clip saying people with disabilities have the best senses of humor.
Well, there
That
you go.
gets
We're
us
just
out of
testing it,
everything.
Brad. And Brad, I'd like an apology. What do you want me to believe? If you saw a story of me like this, well, you'd be on my tour bus. Let's hear him dig himself out of this one.
Then
Cheers to
the
Brad
podcast
Williams.
was taken down, obviously, when I sobered up and said, well, that's not a good thing to say in public.
Sobered up?
So I took it down. I asked him to take it down.
You are sobered up when you smoke weed. I just remember this. He's acting like he's stupidly, drunkenly said something. He was on weed. You don't make up stories about raping somebody on weed. Right?
No.
That's not a.
Not
So he's
right.
like, as soon as I sobered up, I realized how stupid that was for me to make up.
Have you ever lied on
And it's
weed?
like,
I don't
no,
think so. It
when
makes you
you're
too
smoking
honest.
weed, you would never be like, I'm going to lie. And by the way, the show isn't called Lying with Doug Benson. It's called Getting High, and nobody on podcasts at that time, I hope not. And this is why I said, Brad, you lose both ways. Now, I know instead of a rapist, you'd rather be a liar, but the lying part to me is worse because it affects me and not, I'm not this woman, this Mexican woman who God knows, what her worth is, but you're lying to me. And I didn't know when I'm watching all these shows and spending all my time watching them that they were just lies. I didn't know it was story time. I didn't know I was a 2-year-old kid that needed a lie. If I want to lie, I'd watch The Smurfs, which was a more honest representation of entertainment than anything you people put on. So if it's lies, I'm more mad, which I guess you don't care about me being mad, but you should. And you know what I'll say? Every piece of pain that Evan, Logan's midget, feels is your fault. And the fact that Evan has to now take on your stereotype of grab and snatch and switcheroo and bite, choo, choo, choo. You know, now I look at all midgets that way. And yes, I'm back to saying the M word because if this is what they are, well, then they're back to creature to me if they're doing this. Because that's what a creature does. It hurts, it kills, it rapes, it. And if you want to be a creature, well, sorry. So, can they start going by creature? I think we could all agree to that one. You know how they're like, midget, little people, wizard kid, or whatever. What is the other one? Dwarf. Okay, how about creature? I think we'll all agree. Creature, little creature.
You stole that from Matan going, should we call them little monsters?
Matan has been on fire. Did you see how well Tim Heidecker handled Matan? I'd never seen Matan.
Everyone in the comments misunderstood him and was like,
no.
Sam Hyde is better.
That's not what I'm saying. Do I look right here? This looks like a spray painted on beard. From where I'm seeing it.
I think he looks so cute right now.
So, okay, we got to get back there. He's explaining. So I did a story where I said I raped somebody. But guys, and the whole audience is like, we are Christian weirdos and we paid for a wholesome time. They're kind of freaked out and they're nervously laughing. And these morons, I mean, really? That's why I'm saying this is why stand-up works. We watch stand-up on the show and you go, how are people laughing? Like, if 1,000 people are laughing there, why can't I ever laugh watching it? That's because it's cuckoo crazy town. It's weirdo manipulation, psycho room. And I don't know if these people are drunk and stupid or drunken Christian and mixed. But whatever happens in that room, it's not reality. It's this weird thing that people do when they giggle in front of people. And they all start laughing, but it's not right. And it doesn't make any sense. And I've never laughed at any of this stuff. So how are these people dying? I need to know. What are you on? What is making you bend over laughing? So.
And can someone also tell me what makes the people bend over crying on Beast Games?
Really? I mean, if you're a participant at Beast Games, shame on you. You are the lowest bottom of my shoe. If they were shooting you like Squid Game, I would... Wait, it's Beast Games and Squid Game?
Yes.
See, that's confusing to me.
I know.
That's why people started calling it Squid Games again. Because first, they were like Squid Games, and people were like, ooh, that hurts my ears, brother. It's Squid Game. And we were like, oh, yes, understood. We'll never make that mistake again. Then Beast Games comes out on Amazon Prime, and now we're like, Squid Games, bro. And now we sound nuts. So thanks a lot, Mr. Beast. And yes, why are all the participants crying? You're not going to win. There's 1,000 guys on the show, and they're crying.
I think he really did take their medications away.
I think he took their medications away, and I think he picked the lowest form. And by the way, if you don't think those people are the lowest form of people on this show, then you're lower than them. That's where you place. Because those, to me, are America's lowest, shittiest, most NPC people that I've ever seen. That's what, like, they're... Who's worse, Melton's audience or them? Melton's audience.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, of course. So I need Melton to know that. And by the way, Melton, you're yelling at your audience every minute of every day. What am I to believe other than they all are stupid and retarded?
Melton texted me the other day.
You're the one telling me. I'm the watcher of Melton, and I only say what I see.
He DM'd me the other day and said that if I'm going to keep being married to you, then I can't be a fan of him.
He's been doing that.
He said that.
I've heard on Twitter that that's what he does. And I'll tell you what, that's BS. I don't believe it for 1 second. Even Kevin Brennan said he doesn't really believe it. Dabbleverse, everybody. Thank you. There's some Dabbleverse stuff. We should do a Dabbleverse play.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes, but we're not, they all hate us over there. So we should do a play.
You
but
should be Melton, obviously, because
I would love to play Melton. Oh my God, I have the same eyebrows.
Aaron. I would be good as Aaron.
You would be good as Aaron. She knows Aaron M. Holt. I know this is inside, but it's everything, guys. It's everything. This is what we do at home. And we got to get back to Brad. Brad is sitting there. Remember, little Brad is sitting on the edge of his kid's bed. And he's sitting there going, play the clip. Play the clip like Melton says. This is crazy. We are so sorry, Brad. And you know what? We take back the accusation of your story that you accused yourself of. We believe you now. In trade.
Sleep with Mencia, but he's married, so he sent me back there, and then she didn't know it was me, and it was all fun. And I said that, and then the guy on the podcast next to me, and it's gonna get really dark for a second, but trust me, I'll pull us out of this. The guy on the podcast next to me, on a podcast goes, "Oh, so you raped her?" Yes.
Yeah,
so,
that is, and
that happened.
The first time we watched this.
So that happened. Wait, he continues.
So yes,
listen to this.
That
He goes, dude, you just raped a girl, and he goes, so yes, that happened. Can we edit this and give it to the press?
I mean,
There was such we could trick physical media or whatever they call it, the media, and edit this up. Be like, Brad Williams confesses to rape on stage. Now, this cannot be brought back against me. This would be the media defacing him, being confused by a clip that we clearly spelled out was what it was. And then the media gets confused. They play this clip over every news station. Brad gets arrested. They grab his neck like Luigi, and he's going, ah. And then, so long.
Oh, that happened. Then the podcast was taken.
Wait. I'm so sorry. And this player, I'm telling you, it's not me mostly. It's the player that's really annoying right now.
Was taken down. Obviously, when I sobered up and said, well, that's not a good thing to say in public. So I took it down. I asked him to take it down. And there was a fringe internet radio show host who found the live.
There was a fringe internet radio show. Brad, cut, guys, cut. I'm just going to open up the soundboard, so cut it there, and we're going to restart in a second. Thank you, guys. You've been awesome tonight. And
I literally can't get over yes, that happened. I'm still laughing at it.
Try again in 1 minute. iPad unavailable.
Wow, nice.
You know, this is why they don't give Tom Segura no iPad. He'd destroy it. You know, the host should never be around this much products. So Brad Williams, he's up there. He's, you know, he doesn't know what to do. He thinks maybe this guy's got more in him than just some stupid heckler. So he starts going, some fringe internet radio show. And I can't believe you couldn't have been like, and then Mike RedBar. That's what people are calling me these days.
I mean, we have 60 million listeners.
60 million listeners, and that's just listeners. The views, I don't even want to tell you because I'd start getting calls from Spotify, you know, to try to tug me away from this. I need that temptation. Listen to this.
Said that, and then the guy on the podcast next to me, and it's going to get really dark for a second, but trust me, I'll pull us out of this. The guy on the podcast next to me, on a podcast goes, oh, so you raped her? Yes. So that happened. Then the podcast was taken down. Obviously, when I sobered up and said, well, that's not a good thing to say in public. So I took it down. I asked him to take it down. And there was a fringe internet radio show host who found the live YouTube clip, held onto it for 10 years.
I watched it every day for 10 years. I didn't hold on to it for 10 years and then show it. I've been playing it every day for 10 years. There's no way you just found out about it on the 10th. You knew about it year one. You're adding. And you do this in your comedy, right? Remember, you make up stories. So how do we know this story isn't made up about me holding it on for 10 years? Well, because We've had you comment on this story under the 10-year mark, way under.
If you would just lie about a good story being on tour with Carlos Mencia, how do we know you're not lying now?
How do we know you're not lying now? And listen, midgets lie. They all lie. They're deranged from how they had to grow up. They are. You can't trust them. You could, and by the way, that doesn't make them bad people. It makes them what they are. It needs to, sorry, not all dogs can go to the restaurant. My dog can't. There's no shame in it. Well, you're one of the dogs that can't go to a restaurant and sit outside on the deck and let everybody pet it. Okay? You're deranged. More than me, at least. You're lower. Crazier. You're more psychotic. That is my pill. I have to take my medication, sir. And I don't mean this. At the end of the day, I hope the midgets don't all come after me, but I think a lot of them would agree with me that you can't have that representing your kind, right? They're very easy to trick, too, to get on your side. And that Evan, the way Logan treats that Evan, I'm more of an advocate for these midgets. And I'm not trying to be a shock jock. It's just, you should see it, though. Your wildest thoughts of what people think. You know how you tell yourself, everyone, people don't care. Most people are kind. It's the complete opposite of that. We see you. We are freaking the fuck out. Ever since we were kids, we're looking at you going, Jesus Christ. Good God. And it's worse than you could ever imagine. So, sorry. And you're not kind. If you were also sweet and nice and not vindictive and selfish, and really, you all have a problem, and I can see why. Hurt people, and nobody is more smushed and hurt than you. And there's no shame in it. Don't get mad. Get even. Start biting us. Start biting us.
Cheers.
And I don't know what to say. Jump on my back and bite my neck and finish me. Enough. So, Gary and Brad, otherwise I like you. Otherwise, here he is.
It was me and it was all fun. And I said that.
I'm
and
backing
then the
it
guy
up.
on the
We'll never
podcast
get through this.
Next to me, and it's going to get really dark for a second, but trust me, I'll pull us out of this. The guy on the podcast next to
could
me,
listen to this
on a podcast
all
goes,
day.
"Oh, so you raped her?"
This is better than Brad.
Yes.
Rat.
So that
That happened.
Then the podcast was taken down. Obviously, when I sobered
And
up, that's not a good thing.
Intro me.
I took it down.
And then
and there was a fringe internet radio host who found the live
RedBar radio
held
host.
onto it.
This
for
would be a
10
great
years.
clip
Held
audio
onto
for
this
a
clip for 10
cartoon.
years.
There's so much great audio.
Remember the old RedBar cartoons?
Oh, so
people
you're
used to
saying
make?
midgets have the perfect cartoon voice? Yes, they in fact do. And hey, stick to tunes, buddy, because see what happens when you get into this trouble? And we're in. My bomb sound effect is back, and you are fucking dead meat here. And that is, again, we like you. We're doing this because we want to be friends with you. Right? What app? Oh, yeah, the website, of course. RedBar button, it's called. Do you see how cute this is he made?
It's so
RedBar
cute.
button. And there's a red oval that is the bomb sound effect. And there is a blue rounded rectangle that is prism. And that's all that's on there. So you like those the best.
That's cute.
We get it. So you don't like any of the horns I picked out tonight. Thank you.
Those aren't as recognized.
They are to me. Here he is, and I'm not going to go back that much further this time.
I don't believe.
So here he is, and he's so short. I'll zoom in. I'll show you what he's doing. And this is an audience of about 1,000 people. I don't know how. I mean, that's why they go to these cities. You always hear comedians going, "I'll be in Tucahoma, Tupanacha, November 3rd," and you go, because these people are so moronic there that you could sell 1,000 tickets to a town of 2,000. And you go, how do they do it? Well, because this town doesn't know no better. So they go, they hunt and they prey and they stalk these towns, these mini towns. And they've got agents who devised this whole plan and people who've been doing it for years. That's why these Giannis Papas, he's always in Pakupi Manupi. And you go, what? Because you can get 1,000 people out there who I'll pay and they chicken fingers by the bucket. And they watch Brad Williams and they allow this. You know, you couldn't do this in any other city, but Cahoopsie Matumbo. You know? Here.
It went viral. A lot of people thought that I was admitting to a sexual assault.
It didn't even go viral.
I was the first one to admit
So he says it
it's
goes
not-
viral. See, I'm missing all this. He's saying it goes viral. A fringe radio host. I got to stop. I'm not going to pause one more time.
Till the end. Let's
Till the
be
end.
quiet.
After my daughter was born, he posted this clip.
Wait.
Okay?
See, I feel like we missed all this.
In public.
Sorry,
Take it
guys.
down. I asked him to take it down. And there was a fringe internet radio show host who found the live YouTube clip, held onto it for 10 years. Held onto this clip for
Sealed
10
it.
years. And then the day after my daughter was born, he posted this clip. Okay? It went viral.
Okay, I know we said no pausing,
What
but that
a
is not
piece
true.
of
You
shit.
showed the clip like a day after the episode aired on RedBar.
How could
like
he even have a daughter? Where would she fit?
like every
Where
other,
would she fit?
every other clip we show on the show? You saw it on Getting Dug with High in the next RedBar episode. You're like, look at this clip of the guy, this guy
it
saying
was.
we didn't. There was no hiding.
He
sitting
waited
on,
till
we did
my
not know he
we
had a
didn't know.
daughter.
And how do you have a daughter? How did you compose that?
That has nothing.
You
to
just
do with
admitted to
anything.
another rape. How the fuck do you have a daughter? What happened there? Well, you obviously raped somebody again? Well, how did it happen? You said you had a daughter. He admitted to another rape. Now, Your Honor, in my opinion, any woman having sex with her, whether she knows it or not, is a rape. Sorry. I'm strict. I'm more woke. I'm 10 years more woke than everybody. That's all. So, in my opinion, if you're having sex with a midget, in my opinion, that is the equivalent of a rape. If a midget was on top of me, I would go, oh, and I would freeze, and it would be a rape, and I would hate it. So, to me, any woman fucking a midget, it's not like, I'm sure they all didn't have a choice. They wanted the money. They wanted the fame. They were desperate, and they regretted it is the most important part. So if a daughter was made, and how does a daughter get made? I artificially inseminated. Who would do that with a midget? Who would risk that semen for their child? So any woman that had a kid with you, it was accidental. No one's going, oh, have sex with a midget and have a baby with. That sounds like a bright idea. Let's see what comes out. Your Honor, I could only assume that any baby that was made without the woman's consent.
And if that's not
Therefore-
true, why was it such a funny podcast-worthy story that you would be having sex with someone?
Yeah. So, Brad, I don't know what to tell you. You make me physically ill. And
all
you made me
twisted
physically
up.
ill before that story. I'll tell you the truth. And I know you want to play this to the judge, too, and I'll tell the judge, I'm sorry. I find the guy to be despicable me. And here he is. And we like him. We'll give him a second chance. You got to come clean. You got to admit to the real thing.
People thought that I was admitting to a sexual assault. I'll be the first one to admit it's not a great joke. I should not have said that. In my head, I thought it was going to be funny. It wasn't funny. I fucked up. I'm guessing you want me to panic right now and cry and say it wasn't that, or try to say that you should just, it's not even that bad of a joke. You should not be offended by that shit. No, it was a bad joke. I fucked up. You paid me your money. I hope you got what you wanted. But hey, I got your money. Fuck off.
And then the crowd, because it's like a movie, you're applauding a standing O, a higher O than the person, which should never be allowed. A standing O should never be higher than the guy. It can't be. And you're applauding him saying, I told a rape story. Fuck off. and then you erupt. That's what it is. If we cut out all the bull. I told a rape story, and fuck this guy that told everybody that I did. And then you guys all... I want their names. I want their names. We're doing reports on you now. Welcome to TV. You're on tonight with RedBar. Okay? I can't believe it. Listen to them just applaud just because, and this is why they burst out laughing at these comedy. They're laughing at what they think is movie cadence. They've seen these movies their whole life. So when somebody is acting like a guy in a movie, whoa, I guess. And everyone around them is laughing because they're all idiots too. And it's contagious. They've said this. And that's what you see in Katuku Malacco.
I hope you got what you wanted, but hey, I got your money. Fuck off.
We love you again. Woo! Woo! We haven't really gone through all the evidence yet to see what's up, but woo! For now. But we will probably have to reconvene. Woo! After you wish, right? You wish they would just go, can you even look? Can you just consider it for a second? You haven't had time to think. He hit you with, I told a rape story, and then boom, boom, before you know it, maybe you were sneezing. And now you're applauding as if he won the rape. It's insane. And I want all of their names. We're doing an individual scoop on each guy at this show. You're a public persona now. You were on the show. You're on the screen. You're a public person. You're in this video that we stole. Okay, let's hear how he gets out of this. The heckler does not stop here. The heckler has been patiently waiting. Remember, the heckler is the one filming this. He has not been removed for the show. The security guard was about to take him, and Brad said, and Brad did this epic speech, and the security guy who was right next to the heckler to take him, one tear down his eye, and then he realized, wait, you gotta get out of here. And then this happens. Watch.
Also, while I admit the joke was horrible and I should not have made the joke, if you break down the joke, it is fucking absurd that a woman would be with me and be like, yeah, this feels like a 5'8" Mexican. Okay, like that is not.
It does. I mean, 5'8" Mexican sounds like you're describing yourself to me. Yes, it would feel like a 5'8" Mexican. That to me is a midget. You described a midget, and the word Mexican also invokes midget for some reason. It does. It does, Your Honor. So, I mean, the audience is now so happy. This is like their tears of joy. They love that because it seems like a novel, right? It seems like a story. It seems like he persevered. He didn't.
Well, you should be thanking the heckler for that, not him.
Yeah, well, I think the heckler is going to get, I think the heckler gets tased soon, and we see him get dragged out. So let's find.
See, fucked up sense of humor. Yeah.
RedBar's always watching, Brad.
Oh, sorry, what?
I said RedBar's always watching.
Okay, so now what's happened is everyone in this room is on my side.
Oh my God, guy! Holy shit! RedBar's always watching, mate. Okay, well, do you realize this whole place is on my side, and I tricked him? I mean, it was a joke story. But they don't know. Aha! I rule this world. That's what he's doing. And he's admitting his evil plan right in front of us. I mean, you can't be humble enough to... I mean, he's so excited that they did that cheer. And this is why you could get away with anything at these comedy shows. You really could. They're drunk on whatever this is. So, he actually goes, don't you see the audience has sided with me? Take a walk. It's like, wow, that's villainous, bro.
And you're panicking right now because you thought you'd have a moment like Hannibal Buress with Bill Cosby.
Oh my God! I mean, this is so.
Why would you even bring that up in relation to this story?
This is so crazy. I have to back it up because I
Can
feel
we
like
get the news to be like Brad Williams compares
we
himself
need
to Bill Cosby
Indiana
in a new
2.
bombshell.
Come
rape
on,
case?
Indiana 2. Indiana 2. This is a good scoop. Where did this take place? That local news station would eat this up. Local comic, funny man, short man, Brad Williams defends himself, and the news would side with you, by the way. That's how stupid the news is over there. They would side with you, and they would show this as comic defeats Heckler. They would. That's how dumb everybody in your life is. Watch this.
RedBar's always watching, Brad.
I'm sorry, what?
I said RedBar's always watching.
Okay, so now what's happened is everyone in this room is on my side, and you're panicking right now because you thought you'd have a moment like Hannibal Buress with Bill Cosby. Right?
Yeah, that another event that did very much happen. Yikes. Bill Cosby raped way more than Hannibal Buress ever admitted. So if this is a Hannibal Buress moment, yikes, man. Have you done this have you done 50 switcheroos? Your Times Midget of the Year, Bradley. This is amazing. You're going to be on the cover of every magazine and paper. And then you're going to die in a weird way that we don't remember. Bill Cosby died, right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that was OJ.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or Epstein.
Doesn't it seem like Bill Cosby should have died by accident? Maybe he did. This is
died.
nuts. Did Bill Cosby die? This is a Mandela effect like no other. Did he die?
No, he's alive.
Very well alive. Okay.
He's 87.
I really thought he did die. But that was OJ, I think.
Yeah.
It's all screwed up like that. And Michael Jackson is for sure dead.
Yes.
Please look it up.
Okay.
Look it up. Because I hear a lot of talk about him still. So just look it up. All right, back to Brad. He's on stage.
Hey, that's what you thought was going to happen to you, and no one's on your side right now.
No one's on your
You're still
side.
on mine, so if you're still upset about it, there's a door. Feel free to get the fuck out.
Oh! And they erupt. They start giving money. They're throwing money at him. They're giving their keys and belongings. They're empty out their pockets and presenting him with this as their leader. If you don't like it, get the... listen to this speech. Listen to this ovation.
You know how I said disabled people have a really good sense of humor? Almost all disabled people have a really...
Can someone animate this, but everybody who laughs is a psychotic demon? Because that's how I imagine these people. Listen to this.
Almost all. I'm not supposed to say the word that I believe that you are anymore, because we're not supposed to say that word, but I don't think that word relates to people with mental illness. Absolute a developmental disability.
Wait a minute. It just dawned on me. He's been practicing this speech for 10 years. He's a stand-up. Yes. They write stuff. They prepare. Brad Williams has been practicing what he would do if somebody yelled out about this at a show. He's been practicing every day for 10 years, and he came up with a quickly worded routine. This is what all of his other jokes are. This is what stand-ups do. I always say this when people go, oh, I don't think, what's his name? Kylie Jenner's husband. What's his name? Kylie Jenner's boyfriend.
Oh, Timothée.
Timothée Chalamet. He's not lying. Oh, yes, he is. This is an actor. They could say, you ever seen Shia LaBeouf in an interview? He's doing a role. They could turn it on whenever. And why wouldn't they turn on The Best Guy? Didn't you see that movie with that FBI agent? What was it called? Close Call. With that new actor with his eyes are close together, and he's already on the outs after that Sydney Sweeney pornographic, sickening movie that they did.
Wait, I never got to see that one.
We saw it together. And you know, this is what they do. Comedians could come up with a story. He's been practicing this for 10 years. Let's see, because look how he has the beginning, middle, and end for this prepared. He's not this good off the cuff.
I don't want to. I'm not supposed to say the word that I believe that you are anymore, because we're not supposed to say that word. But I don't think that word.
This is a bit. This is a routine.
Absolute a developmental disability. I think it is wrong to make fun of those types of people. But to come to a show and in front of over 1,000 people try to get me in a gotcha moment, you're fucking retarded, dude.
The beats. You don't. There's no improv of him. You should hear him telling the rape story. It sounds like a guy that you know telling a story. It doesn't have beats. It doesn't go like this. Bang. It doesn't go da-da-da-da-da-da. Boom. Happy Hanukkah. All the sparkles tonight, you thought they were gold and silver? Nope. White and blue. You all celebrated a Jewish holiday tonight. And you're all fucked. Because of it. All of you were witness to Judaism tonight. And you should have known it by the menorah bong. But it's too late now. You're anti-Palestine, all of you. Everybody watching is a witness to you're a Jew. Okay, so here he is. And this is written, now that I know, now that I've seen it 3 times. It's written, and he's been waiting his whole life to tell off the heckler that finally tries to out him in front of an audience. And now the security. All right, buddy, let's go. You had your fun. The security takes him out just like a film.
That actually was kind of cathartic. Thank you guys for that.
See, because he's been holding on to this routine for so long, he finally gets to do it.
Man, that was kind of cathartic. Thanks, guys. And it was the best part of his show. The best part. It was, the most thrilling part of the show, and the audience will never forget that night, all because of me. And you were the father of that, and I was the son of that. And the heckler is part of the family.
People with autism shirts in the front row were like, not offended at all. People with disabilities have a wonderful sense of humor. The one that has the crazy sense of humor, deaf people. Deaf people.
So he's leaving. He's being escorted out now. Taken out. Manhandled, I would say. We might sue. He's being shown the floor. Come on, bud. Brought to you by Davey X. We are not involved or responsible for any of this crap. These are just
look
listener
at his fire merch.
I want to let everyone know.
His shirt says RedBar's watching.
Yes, you have to delete that now. That's my IP. And also, we are not involved with this guy at all. He does this at his own risk. We do not encourage it besides playing it here, but we're playing it to report the news. As if, look at this psycho who did this to us. So that's all this is. Please,
Incredible.
If this is the news, show this on the news. I dare you. Because I will take my life if you show this on the news. So any station thinking about reporting on this, you have a man's hand in your life, in your hands. And I will do this. So delete everything, look around, look for another story. Because I am terminally ill. So I have nothing to lose. Okay, that was great. Thank you to Daniel. Let's get these lights back on here. We're going to open up Sidus Link.